Hello fellow gamers, and I'm playing Fortnite Save the World, and this is another of videos in my series helpful video reference guides, where I go through and I show you all of the commander perks for each hero and also their abilities, because I do get asked quite a lot as to which hero people should choose either as a mission reward or from a llama, and I can't actually decide that because I don't know which heroes you guys like to play with or your play style. So I thought I'd do these handy reference videos so that you know, basically it's to help you choose which heroes that you do want. I would advise writing down the names of heroes so that if you ever do get one in a llama, then you just have to look at your list and then, you know, strike it off if you get that hero, because otherwise you probably wouldn't remember which heroes that you actually wanted, because I do have 178 level 130 heroes, 22 of those are mythic heroes and 156 are legendary heroes. In my first video I did soldiers, in my second video I did constructors, in my third video I did ninjas. So in this video I'm going to be doing outlanders, and I have 41 level 130 outlanders, 6 of those are mythic outlanders and 35 are legendary outlanders. So let's get into this, shall we? So our first outlander is Azalea Clark, and her abilities are Shock Tower, Seismic Smash and Phase Shift. And her commander perk is Space Technology, increases ability energy damage by 75.5%. Additionally, Shock Tower explodes, dealing 107 energy damage to nearby enemies. And I'm not going to actually go through all the class perks, but if you do want to read them, then just pause the video on each hero. I'll give a few seconds after I've gone through the abilities and the commander perks of each hero to give you a chance to actually pause and have a look. Next outlander is Field Agent Rio, and her abilities are Phase Shift, Teddy and a Seismic Smash. And her commander perk is Phase Cannon. Using Phase Shift causes your next ranged weapon shot to fire a phase pulse, dealing 93 base energy damage and piercing enemies. Switching or holstering weapons removes buff. And again, if you want to look at the standard perks, you just have to pause the video, and these are the ones that you can actually the perks that you get if you have these heroes in a hero loadout. And our next outlander is Phase Scout Jess, and her abilities are Phase Shift, Shock Tower and Teddy. And her commander perk is Phased and Confused, increases Phase Shift maximum charges by 3. And if you have her in a Outlander hero loadout, it increases Phase Shift maximum charges by 1. Our next Outlander is Ragnarok, and his abilities are Seismic Smash, Shock Tower and Phase Shift. And his commander perk is Return to Sender. Seismic Smash returns to its origin point, increases Seismic Smash damage and impact by 125%. And our next outlander is Steel All Anthony, and his abilities are Seismic Smash, Shock Tower and Phase Shift. And his commander perk is 4 on the floor. Seismic Smash leaves a pulsating zone with a 0.75 tile radius at the end of its range, which deals 248 base energy damage over 4 seconds and bounces husks inside. So if you're a fan of the face, the seismic smash, then this would be a hero to have as your main hero. And our next Outlander is Subzero Zenith, and his abilities are Phase Shift, Teddy, and Shock Tower. And I actually use this guy for when I'm farming the Canny Valley Storm King, because I have sniper perks in his loadout. And his commander perk is Icy Shot. Sniper critical hits freeze enemies for 1.6 seconds and apply Water Affliction, dealing 21 base water damage per second for 3 seconds. And he does actually freeze smashers as well, which is nice. Our next Outlander is Ambush Buzz, and her abilities are Phase Shift, Shock Tower, and a Seismic Smash. And her commander perk is In an Outlander. Eliminating 6 enemies within 10 seconds of using Phase Shift grants 2 charges. And the next Outlander is Archaeolo-Jess, I'll just call her. Can't pronounce that. And her abilities are Teddy, Seismic Smash, and Phase Shift. And when I'm farming for materials, I tend to use this hero. You could also use Fossil Southie as well, but I actually prefer to use her. Just my own personal preference. And her commander perk is Strike Cost, increases anti-material charge heavy attack efficiency by 128%. And the next Outlander is Beetlejess, and her abilities are Phase Shift, Teddy, and Seismic Smash. And her commander perk is Make It Count, increases pistol and SMG critical damage by 225%. SMG bonus does not stack with assault critical damage. So this is the ideal hero to use if you use the mythic Storm King pistol. And the next Outlander is Bloodfinder AC, and his abilities are Teddy, Seismic Smash, and Phase Shift. And his commander perk is Iron Knuckles, increases anti-material charge damage to enemies by 225%. And the next Outlander is Cottontail Eagle Eye, and her abilities are Phase Shift, Shock Tower, and Teddy. And her commander perk is Unexpected Departure. Phase Shift leaves 3 egg bombs which deal 55 base damage to nearby enemies. And the next Outlander is Crossbones Barret, and his abilities are Shock Tower, Teddy, and Seismic Smash. And he could really use a coconut, apparently. That's what it says at the bottom there. And his commander perk, Going Coconuts. 30% chance to find coconuts in containers, increases damage by 36% while affected by coconuts. And it not only increases your damage, coconuts also give you health as well, so they are quite handy to use. And the next Outlander is Cyberclops, and his abilities are Teddy, Shock Tower and a Seismic Smash. And his commander perk is Plasma Arc. Energy damage has a 20% chance to zap nearby enemies for 116% of damage dealt. Additionally, Teddy deals energy damage. And our next Outlander is Enforcer Grizzly, and his abilities are Teddy, Seismic Smash and Phase Shift. And for a brief few seconds you can actually get 2 Teddies out. You chuck 1 Teddy out, and then just before that Teddy expires you can actually get another Teddy out, and he's the only Outlander that can actually do that. And his commander perk, Bear With Me, increases Teddy duration by 12 seconds, and that's the reason why you can get 2 Teddies out for a short period of time. Our next Outlander is Fireflower Eagle Eye, and her abilities are Phase Shift, Shock Tower and a Seismic Smash. And her commander perk is Parting Gift. Phase Shift leaves behind fireworks which deal 9 base damage per second. And if you have her in a hero loadout, it's 3 base damage per second. So these are fireworks. And our next Outlander is Flash AC, and his abilities are Phase Shift, Shock Tower and a Seismic Smash. And his commander perk is Phased Out, decreases Phase Shift cooldown by 62.5%. Our next Outlander is Fossil Southie, and his abilities are Seismic Smash, Phase Shift and Teddy. And this is another Outlander that people tend to use for farming, as well as Archaeolo-Jess, as I will call her. I bet this bacon you can't spell, something Saurus. Sounds like a dinosaur, but I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. And his commander perk is Saurian Focus. While shield is depleted, regenerates 12 energy per second. So if you have Blast from the Past as your perk, and he will be regenerating energy all the time because it removes your shield and gives you 200% health. So you could have Blast from the Past on a different hero and have him in your hero loadout, because he still regenerates 4 energy per second if he's in your hero loadout. Our next Outlander is Fragment Flurry-Jess, and her abilities are Teddy, Shock Tower and Phase Shift. And her commander perk is Fragment Generation. Every 13 eliminations, gain 1 charge fragment. Whereas if you have her in a hero loadout, it's every 39 eliminations, you gain 1 charge fragment. Next Outlander is Gunblazer Southie, and his abilities are Phase Shift, Shock Tower and Teddy. And he's looking rather shiny as well. And his commander perk is Blaze of Glory. Phase Shift increases pistol and SMG damage by 105% for 4 seconds. So probably a handy hero to have in a Beetlejess loadout because she does more pistol damage. I think it was 225 critical damage, 225% critical damage, I think it was, I'm sure, if I remember right. And the next Outlander we have Jilly Teacup, and her abilities are Teddy, Phase Shift and a Seismic Smash. And she has a pretty unique looking Teddy. And her commander perk is Under Warranty. Teddy has a 100% crit chance against new targets and a 5% chance to malfunction. During malfunction, Teddy finds a new target after every shot and zaps a nearby enemy for 51 base energy damage. Zap targets deal 51 base energy damage to surrounding enemies. So if you're using a Teddy, it's good having her in a hero loadout. If you're not using her as your main hero. And our next Outlander is Jewelsmith. Excuse me, I just had to mute my mic while I coughed again. I've been doing these videos one after the other, recording them today, so my voice is starting to go. Her abilities are Teddy, Seismic Smash and Phase Shift. And her commander perk is Bear With Me, increases Teddy duration by 12 seconds. And Enforcer Grizzly also has that same perk with increasing their Teddy duration. Although you couldn't have her and slot him in her loadout, unfortunately, otherwise Teddy would last forever. It would last an extra 24 seconds, but unfortunately you can't do that. And our next Outlander is Main Stage Quinn, and her abilities are Teddy, Shock Tower and Seismic Smash. And her commander perk is Sub Wafers. Harvesting metal objects has a 100% chance to give Sub Wafers. Consuming Sub Wafers grant Rocking Riff, increases damage by 50% and melee attack speed by 32%, decaying over 8 seconds. And even if you have her as in a loadout, harvesting metal objects has a 32% chance to give Sub Wafers, which is pretty good. And our next Outlander is Old Glory AC, and his abilities are Shock Tower, Teddy and Phase Shift. And his commander perk is Impossibility Matrix. Spending a charge fragment reduces Teddy and Shock Tower cooldown by additional 30%. That's only 10% if you have him in a hero loadout. Our next Outlander is Pathfinder Jess, and her abilities are Teddy, Seismic Smash and Phase Shift. And her commander perk is Work Work, increases pickaxe damage by 50%. And even if you have her in a hero loadout, it increases pickaxe damage by 17%. And it doesn't necessarily have to be an Outlander. You could have her slotted in any hero loadout, and it would increase the pickaxe damage. Our next Outlander is Ranger Deadeye, and his abilities are Phase Shift, Teddy and Seismic Smash. And his commander perk is Hip Shot, increases pistol and SMG damage by 50%. SMG bonus does not stack with assault damage. And our next Outlander is Recon Scout Eagle Eye, and her abilities are Phase Shift, Shock Tower, and a Seismic Smash. And her commander perk is Face Forward, increases phase shift distance by 1. Phase shift grants an additional 140% movement speed for 3 seconds. And the next Outlander is Sanguine Dusk, and her abilities are Phase Shift, Shock Tower, and a Seismic Smash. And her commander perk is Phase Siphon, dashing through enemies with Phase Shift heals 36 base health per enemy passed through. And our next Outlander is Shock Specialist AC, and his abilities are Shock Tower, Phase Shift, and Seismic Smash. And his commander perk is Up the Voltage, increases Shock Tower damage by 108%. So if you're a fan of using Shock Towers, you could either use him as your main hero or put him in your hero loadout and he'll do an extra 33% Shock Tower damage. Our next Outlander is Shockblaster Buzz, and her abilities are Shock Tower, Teddy, and Phase Shift. And her commander perk is Electroshock, increases Shock Tower impact by 200%. So ideal for slowing down smashers. I don't know about charging ones, but you definitely slow them down if they're just like you know, moving along without running. Basically non-charging smashers, that's it. And our next Outlander is Staredown Southie, and his abilities are Teddy, Shock Tower, and Phase Shift. And his commander perk is Bear Stare. Teddy fires lasers from his eyes every 1.5 seconds, dealing 48 base energy damage. And our next Outlander is Striker AC, and his abilities are Seismic Smash, Teddy, and Phase Shift. And his commander perk is Sustained Smash, decreases Seismic Smash energy cost by 75%. And it's 38% if you have him in a hero loadout. But obviously it'd have to be an Outlander with Seismic Smash. And our next Outlander is Archaeolo-Jess, and her abilities are Teddy, Phase Shift, and Seismic Smash. And her commander perk is Eye on the Prize. Every 7 headshot eliminations grant a charged fragment. So if you're using the Mythic Storm King pistol, that would be an ideal hero to either have as your main hero or to use her in a hero loadout, because for every 21 headshot eliminations you'll gain a charge fragment. And our next Outlander is the Ice Queen, and her abilities are Seismic Smash, Shock Tower, and Phase Shift. And she used to have Teddy and they changed it, which is such a shame, because I liked using her when she had Teddy, and now I tend not to use her because she doesn't have it, because they changed it out. Never mind. And her commander perk is Cold to the Touch, increases damage against frozen enemies by 14%. Seismic Smash freezes enemies for 2.75 seconds. And I do have her in my Subzero hero loadout. And our next Outlander is Trailblazer AC, and his abilities are Shock Tower, Teddy, and Phase Shift. And his commander perk is Capacitor, increases Shock Tower duration by 1.5 seconds. It's only half a second if you did have him in a hero loadout, which isn't very long really. Considering, like, when you blink your eyes, that's 0.2 seconds, so it's just like 2.5 eye blinks longer. And the next Outlander is Trailblazer Quinn, and her abilities are Teddy, Shock Tower, and Phase Shift. And her commander perk is Berserker, increases Teddy damage by 46% and fire rate by 25%. So she's another good hero to have in a hero loadout if you use Teddy, because she increases Teddy damage by 30%. And our next Outlander is Valkyrie Rio, and her abilities are Phase Shift, Seismic Smash, and Teddy. She's got a funny thing going on with her hair twitching away. It's rather bizarre. And her commander perk is Kinetic Punch, increases anti-material charge impact by 600% and adds knockback. So it'd be interesting trying that out on smashers, because I don't think they would like that. It's only 245% if you've got her in a hero loadout. That's a massive difference between the two there. Our next Outlander is Vanguard Southie, and his abilities are Seismic Smash, Shock Tower, and Phase Shift. And his commander perk is Fault Line, decreases Seismic Smash cooldown by 67%. If you had him in the hero loadout, it would decrease Seismic Smash cooldown by 27%. And our next Outlander is Ventura Ramirez, and her abilities are Teddy, Phase Shift, and Seismic Smash. And her commander perk is Overbearing, increases Teddy range by 4 tiles. Enemies take more damage from Teddy based on distance up to 110% at max range. If you had her in your hero loadout, it would increase Teddy range by 2 tiles. Enemies take more damage from Teddy based on distance up to 40% at max range. And our next Outlander is Wild Fragment Deadeye, and his abilities are Shock Tower, Teddy, and Phase Shift. And his commander perk is Static Cling. Shock Tower applies Affliction, which deals 149% damage per second for 3 seconds. And if you had him in your hero loadout, Shock Tower applies Affliction, which deals 50% damage per second for 3 seconds. And finally we have Willow, and her abilities are Seismic Smash, Teddy, and Phase Shift. And she wants your soul and your candy too. That's being greedy, isn't it? And her commander perk is Ghoulish Cackle, increases ability damage up to 37.5% based on the percentage of your missing health. In addition, ability eliminations have a 70% chance to conjure a phantasm, It's only 45% with Swamp Knight. Targets a nearby enemy, dealing 62 base energy damage in a half-tile radius, 1.5 second cooldown. Although I do have her in my Swamp Knight hero loadout, because it increases ability damage up to 37.5% based on the percentage of your missing health. So there we have it. That's all of the Outlanders. So by all means go and check out my other videos. The first one was soldiers, the second one was constructors, the third one was ninjas, and this fourth one was Outlanders. And in the next video I'm going to be going through the actual team perks, because I said that in a previous video that I would actually do that. Well, I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to smash that like button. If you're new to my channel, then why not subscribe? Hit the bell notification symbol and you'll be notified when I publish new videos on YouTube. If you'd like to help out my channel, you can do so by sharing my videos on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. Tell all your gaming friends about my channel. Help my channel to grow. If you'd like to help out my channel a little bit financially, I do have a Patreon account, and you can pledge from just $1 a month. And there's a link to my Patreon in the description of all of my YouTube videos. If you are under the age of 18, please ask your parents' permission before pledging. That's all I ask. Alternatively, feel free to use my support a creator code, which is the same as my YouTube gaming channel name, starfish_central, although it does need to be in capital letters. And a big thank you to those of you, both past and present, who have been kind enough to use my support a creator code. It is very much appreciated. And please don't stop, guys. I'm trying to get to my first $100 so I can actually get some money. I'm a fair bit away from that, and I would like to actually get some money from it. So please don't stop using my code, even if you don't spend a lot. You know, every little bit helps, so they say. Many thanks for watching, and we shall see you guys in the next video. Bye bye for now.